Julia posted in the group WhatsApp chat, I know this isn't a big deal, but I didn't have a glass of wine last night when I usually do to wind down. Okay, so what's the problem here? The problem is that Julia is diminishing herself. She's diminishing her own progress and making it not a big deal. When in fact, not having a glass of wine when she usually has a glass of wine to wind down is a big deal. So by her doing that, she's already off to a bad start. And then secondly, by putting it in the group chat with everybody else who's sharing their wins from the day, she's now discouraging people to think that their wins are good enough to put in the chat because she's already kind of putting this like disclaimer on her own win by saying this isn't a big deal, but here's what I did. So what's that going to do for the person who went on a walk and they don't usually go on a walk, or the person who didn't yell at their partner when they usually would raise their voice? They're going to think that that's not a big deal too. So the thing that Julia's not seeing is she's not seeing the impact that her comment is having on the whole rest of the group. We do these things often where we kind of make jokes about ourselves or make ourselves seem smaller, but we're only thinking about ourselves and just trying to make people laugh. In this case with her, what it does is have a negative impact, not just on her, but on the whole group, because now she's influencing everybody else to think less about themselves. So if that behavior continues, then Julia will live the rest of her life thinking that things aren't progress, and she'll be kind of nipping her progress in the bud and not moving forward because she's so focused on the fact that it's something small. So the behavior change that needs to be corrected in this case, or where we would coach on it, is to say, all right, how do you want to reframe this? What do you want to say about this win? It's a quick fix in this case. It's just not classifying it as not a big deal. It's just saying, I didn't have a glass of wine last night when I usually do. So it's a really simple switch, but it has a huge positive impact, not just on Julia, but on the whole group. Hope that helps, just kind of thinking about the language that we use and why it's important, not just for us, but for those around us too.